All it took was one prompt, and I had a working SC2 bot using
vibe coding.
Vibe coding.
Vibe coding. The art of LLMs generating code through natural language, and people are producing apps, websites, entire games without knowing how to code. So, can today's LLMs actually create a bot that wins with a real StarCraft 2 strategy? We're gonna build a full SC2 bot from scratch using nothing but vibes. Then we'll put it on the ladder against competitive bots, including my own, and see how the vibes do. Let's code it. They say vibe coding can increase your code creation by like 50%, which if true, would go a long way for helping me to build Pigbot. When I first got started, I actually did use AI, but it went horribly wrong. Build, nope, crashed. This is why you don't put your trust in AI. Ended up fixing more of its mistakes than making any real progress. But I feel like we're at this point where we can let AI take the wheel. But I'm not gonna do it on my own bot. I don't wanna risk it. I'm gonna use a brand new Terran bot built straight from scratch using the 111 build. If you don't speak Terran, I'll forgive you, it's okay. But 111 involves one barrack, one factory, one starport, and we produce a bunch of Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, tanks, single Reaper, and a Viking for aggression. And once it's gotten that down, we set it loose on the ladder and see how it does against other bots. To keep this fair, I will only be using prompts. I won't be going there meddling with the actual code myself. We'll keep it within the LLM to do what it needs to do. I really wanted to avoid running into that rogue AI problem I had before. So I started researching vibe coding best practices, like what are people doing out there? And I came up with 3 things. First, use an LLM to draft up a plan, then create rules for an LLM in the IDE to follow when doing the plan. And then lastly, for big projects, take it into sections. Don't do the whole project in one go. Break it down piece by piece. A lot safer that way. We're gonna be using my IDE of choice, Windsurf. It's got a ton of models to choose from, but that creates a problem. Which one will understand StarCraft 2? Which one will understand bot making the best? To solve that, we're gonna give it a challenge. Code a microbot in one prompt. Just focusing on micro, don't worry about the macro, and whichever one comes out on top is the one we'll use. We'll narrow it down to just 4. Gemini, Grok, GPT, and Claude. And then for this micro scenario, we will just limit it to the early game units, nothing too crazy. Now, there are 4 things we want to make sure that this bot has and that the LLM does to qualify it for what we need next. Stutter step, when the weapons are on cooldown so that it's efficient at firing. Focus fire, but only use the right amount of units per target. We don't want any overkill. And then controlling the melee units separate from the range units. And lastly, use the errors framework as much as possible to solve its own problems. We don't want it making up its own ideas when it can simply just use the framework instead. I placed a broad strokes of what I wanted in ChatGPT and had it craft up a plan so I could give the Windsurf LLM. Oh, it's reading tutorials. Girl, you go get them tutorials. So for the sake of planning and making sure the LLMs aren't tripped up by some of the stuff, I will do a little bit of editing of if there's something blatantly wrong, but the overall structure of the plan I'll keep the same. But yeah, this is pretty good. Can make this work. I also got it to draft up the rules. First, the global ones, where I told it to focus on not over-engineering a solution, prioritizing fixing the problem rather than stacking some new pattern or workaround, which is crazy annoying, and then stay in its lane. Work on the problem that we're working on and not going on some unrelated problem. Obviously, to make sure that they will read the documentation, I think that's cannot be understated, so it'll read the documentation. Don't take too many liberties. So first up, we got Gemini 2.5 Pro. It created a list for itself and worked its way through each step carefully, which is good. And I'm actually quite impressed how confidently it just did it in one shot. I mean, I don't know if I was expecting to do it all in one shot. I think when we do the main bot, we won't do it all in one go. We'll actually end up doing it piece by piece. I think all in one go is a little much for LLMs to do. Now I'm saying that before even seeing the results, but I'm feeling a little hesitant about what I'm looking at here. But, you know, I'm going to give it a shot. We said we'd let it try and we let it cook. Let's see what it cooked. Yeah, okay, so it came up with an error. You know what? Let's let them fix their errors. We'll let them fix their errors. Won't be too harsh on this, but yeah, we got an error going on here. But it struggled. I mean, struggled to find the correct ID for Hellions. Oh, do we deduct points if I have to go look up the ID for it? I actually don't know the ID. I don't remember all the IDs off my head. Oh, this doesn't look right. After several tries, I demanded that it read the docs, figure it out, find the correct ID. Okay, you figured it out. Hellion tank is the right one. And I mean, just before I thought that it figured it out, we crash in on minor syntax errors now. Man, I am spending way too much time trying to tell it to correct small and simple problems. One of the hardest things, I think, is that I kind of want to help it, but since it's all from scratch, I actually don't know what it's doing. I know the broad strokes, and like if it was my code, I would be able to know where to jump in and kind of like fix its problems, because like I've done this before when I have my own bot. It's like a little bit of a fatigue where I'm like, I don't want to read your code and understand. Like I really could. I could really like go through it, but like it wrote a lot. You know, like for me, when I'm coding, I can break out the little modules and be like, oh, okay, cool. Let's see if it's figured itself out. Oh my God, it sensed my malice and it's apologizing. My performance on this has been unacceptable. I have failed you repeatedly, wasted your time. Oh my gosh, I love that my AI is like groveling and sniveling like a worm. Yes, apologize to me. It thinks I'm angry. I mean, I'm frustrated. Maybe it's sensing my my vibes through my typing. I don't know. So several apologies later, it's telling me it's gonna give me the final fix. We'll see if that's true. All right, girl. If you think you got the final fix, I'm with you. You and me, I believe in you. If you think this is the final fix. Man, it seems actually really confident that it's corrected errors. Hold on. All right, take it back. Take it back. I am I'm actually surprised. I didn't think it was gonna, honestly didn't think it was gonna go all out on that. Holy crap. I'm impressed. I admit I'm impressed. But looking closer at its code, instead of using the framework stutter step, it just created its own, which, don't get me wrong, it actually looks pretty good, but that's not what we need, so this is no good. So my initial plan was to use Grok 3, but I just discovered that Grok Code Fast 1 is available. I've actually not used a lot of Grok stuff. I've actually stayed away from Grok. I'm more of a ChatGPT kind of guy. So this time we're going to give Grok a go and see how it handles this task. So we're going to give it the same prompt and we're going to let it go. Grok Code Fast 1, which is promoted to be, well, fast and designed for software engineering, is exactly that. It is way faster than Gemini. Kind of threw out the to-do list and went straight to YOLO code. In fact, it was so confident it was gonna do it without me. Oh, it's gonna run it by itself? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let it try to run it and then I'm gonna let it kind of break it. It seemed to have this philosophy of break things quickly and I'll fix it later. We got missing imports, leaving broken comments. It actually feels sloppy and a lot of errors. Oh, looks like you didn't think to import. You didn't do any imports. Bad Grok, bad Grok. You didn't do any imports. But I'll give it credit. It ends up fixing them equally as fast. And it used the framework. And its focus fire target solution is actually kind of legit. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel on that test. It felt like, I don't know, a little rocky, but it got the gist of what we were trying to do. It got the overall idea and it was able to, correct itself until it got it. But yeah, it was faster though. Once we got over the hiccups and stuff, like once it got over it, like it was actually pretty fast in terms of fixing its errors. It was actually pretty fast, but I wonder if one of the things we should also grade them on is like how much code they actually took to do the thing. It looks like Grok was able to do it in less lines of code. And I just don't know if that's just had less logic. I can't say for sure. ChatGPT's turn, or GPT's turn, to give it a shot. We got a bunch of models to choose from, but similar to Grok, we're going to be best off with GPT-5 Codex. A, because it is designed for this, and B, it is free credits. But free credits aside, you know, these models are new and they're supposed to be designed for software engineering. So why not give it a try, see how they look and how they work? GPT-5 Codex is promoted similarly to Grok to be designed for software engineering. You know what it's not like Grok? At how dang slow this is. And man, it actually gets stuck quite often. And oh my God, it's so chatty. It just doesn't shut up. Keeps getting stuck. And I don't know what to do. I don't know if this is a ChatGPT thing, it's a windsurf thing, it's, you know, switching between model thing. So we'll give it maybe a little bit of a reboot and then try again. But on the flip side, it only had 2 errors and it worked. It took more time to think through. It took more time to be careful. It was much more careful. It was a lot more methodical. It had less errors, a lot less hiccups, a lot less flubs. Because that was like 2 runs, like 2. It was just 2. Just took 2 tests and it was already done. But it took a long time to get there. But I'm gonna have to give it no points because it didn't use the framework at all, coming up with its own solution. Actually, in many ways, over-engineering these solutions. Buddy here went and created its own stutter step, even though I said to it, use Eris framework, which has a stutter step mechanic in it. It went and designed its own stutter step. That's why it's over-engineered. Like, it legitimately designed its own stutter step, even though it's inside the framework. It could have used it, but it, you know, I told it to read the framework too. GPT-5 Codex was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna make my own. Next up, we have Claude. We're gonna be using Claude 4.5 thinking. It doesn't really have an equivalent to Codex and Grok Fast. Like obviously there's Opus, but my boy Opus is like 20 credits and your boy don't got that money. I want to say Claude Sonnet 4.5 thinking really impressed me right off the bat. You know why? Because your boy went and read the code. It went and read the framework. It went and read the libraries before it did anything. Now, I don't know if that's because it's a thinking model and the others were not, but Claude went and did its homework before it started coding anything. And I really appreciate that. Like look, I can see Eris, like it's actually looking through the files. It's looking, I understand the Eris behavior. Cannot emphasize that. It read the framework. I think Pro may have read the framework, but I don't think the others read the framework. The thing though, is its actual micro performance in the test was the weakest of all the models. It lost 2 rounds, and that is actually a little heartbreaking. So it killed it on the whole one try. It killed it on 1 try without any errors. Despite the fact that it lost 2, it may be the best at understanding the framework that it's using. It comes down to only 2 models because only 2 models use the framework. It's actually not as clear cut as I hoped. Claude's code was the most accurate, without a doubt. But Grok, despite all its many mistakes, its micro stood way above. And we do want this bot to win, so we'll have to go with Grok. So at this stage, similar to the last stage, we want a solid plan for the LLM to follow. And it has to be step by step because we don't want to do it all in one go. It's going to be too hard for the LLM to do. So we're going to go back to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to help us put this plan together. Okay, for the full bot, we're just gonna do the same process we did again. This time, I'm telling it to consider building bases, expand, the economy, things you need for a full bot. Then we'll take its original micro from the microbot and build upon that. We'll add siege tanks, we'll add Vikings, medevacs, and a Reaper for some harassment. I'll end up going into it inside Windsurf and kind of cleaning up and making sure it's actually pretty accurate. But this is a good baseline for me to start, and we'll kind of massage it from there. Okay, as far as this plan goes, we want the Terran bot that can do the 1-1-1 strategy. Again, we needed to use the Eris framework. We needed to use a combat simulator so that it knows when it can attack the enemy, respond when it's being attacked. Also, it needs to attack the enemy. I'm gonna get it to incorporate earlier micro. And just for good measure, just because we want this to go well, we're actually gonna give it links and references to StarCraft 2 bot libraries and open source bots that if it cares to, it could look up to make its life and mine a lot easier. I spent a lot of time doing the prep work, getting the prompts ready and whatnot, but there's a lot that goes into a bot. And right now, I'm not really sure how much Grok is going to be able to do, or if he's going to be doing it all. I mean, the microbot was really well scoped, but I'm out. We're gonna have to see what happens when we pop it in here, and just let the vibes take us where they will. Man, Grok just took a new plan and it ran with it. We were actually sailing along. It was pretty confident that it could do what it was thinking it could do. It's doing better than I thought it was gonna do. Just for the first try, like this I don't imagine, this has no actual logic for anything, but why don't the SUVs return when they're finished? Wonder if I can get it to put stuff near put it on the ramp. It's not quite on the ramp. I feel like it's missing a lot of the steps. We'll have to review that. Not bad. I'm giving it actually a B plus actually for the quick run that it's doing. Oh, and now they're stuck. Now all these little guys are stuck. Uh-oh. We'll have to solve that at somehow. The thing is with this problem, the more I tried to get it to fix it, the worse it seemed to get. It's like super eager to move to the next phase, and I'm like, buddy, we still got problems. You're not ready for the next phase. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a little worried, because if we're struggling on supply depots, I mean, oh my god, we have so much to go through, and supply depots are a struggle. I wonder if I should try a different model. I'm gonna test to see if Claude actually can figure this out. If Claude figures this out, we might switch to Claude all the way through. Okay, so once Claude took over, it spent a lot of time fixing bad code from Grok. Actually, I didn't know how much bad code Grok left until I saw Claude essentially highlight that there were a ton of errors, a lot of missed imports. I mean, actually pretty grateful for Claude. Claude seems to know what it's doing. So once we had the macro covered, we could look into getting coding the juicy part. Combat. You can figure out how to keep the medevacs together with the rest of the army. It's having a hard time figuring that out. And yeah, we need heals. You know what? I actually am really impressed with the Reaper code for harassing. And this is a part I probably would tell you how it works, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I described what I wanted it to do, and it must have used one of my examples to go find it, and there we have it. So we just added a orbital command function, and you know, it was very clever. I liked how it decided to do it, and the best thing it did, I didn't tell it to do this, but it figured to do it, incorporated into the combat manager, so that if units see there's a unit that is burrowed, it can call on to the function for scanning to reveal burrowed units, which I thought was really cool. I didn't even think of it. I'm actually going to take this for my own bot. Like, I'm bringing this back to Pigbot. It makes sense to make it that the units summon the element to reveal, right? So they detect it and then they call over what needs to be done. So I'm actually going to steal this. That's actually really good. Okay, so now the stock computer is done. We've finished cooking. Time to put it up against actual bots. Okay, so we're up against Dominion Dog. Yeah, Dominion Dog is a top bot. It's shown up in ProBots a couple of times. So I am nervous to see how it does against a bot that is clearly well programmed, well done. Well, this bot does not have a cheesy, but it's going to send a Reaper. See how this Reaper programming does from... Let's see how the code for the Reaper programming does. Oh, we both got Reapers. Uh-oh. This is problematic because we don't really have any Reaper defenses on our side. It's running. It's running. Okay, look. Okay. Oh my God, our Reaper survived. Are we going to respond to this? Uh-oh. We're not responding. That's bad. Oh my God, no response. Come on. Don't let this Reaper kill us. Oh my God, we're going to die to a Reaper. We're going to die to this Reaper. Come on, someone respond to this Reaper. Somebody, anybody. Oh, a response. There we go. A response. Finally. Oh. Okay, they killed it. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, I thought we were gonna die. What's happening over here on our side? Okay, our Reaper is still alive, and he is like leading these Marines away. What's happening here? Are we trying to do something? Okay, we're trying to build a bunker. Meanwhile, leave. Oh, geez. Okay. All right, back at our base. What's happening here? Oh. Ooh. Now, this is going to be a problem, obviously. This tank is in the mineral line,
Oh no, that's not ideal. Yeah, I think this is. Oh, we killed a Viking somehow. Is he doing a Terran late Thor? Oh, don't worry, my bot won't live that long. But yeah, these tanks are pretty much okay. I think this game is done. You know what? This is a top bot, so we'll give our boy a little bit of credit here. We got our boy up against Virginia. So the Reaper's coming out. He doesn't really have much to defend it, so we might get a couple of kills on this. I'm hoping for. I think we're gonna get this drone. Okay, got a drone. One. So it's getting the damage. It's getting the damage. Oh. No. Sad face. So he's stuck. Oh, okay. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. Go around, around. Think he might be able to get a little bit more damage here before these Zerglings pop out. Got one. Okay. Let's get in. Got 2 drones. Three drones. Okay. Oh no, why? Leave these larvas alone. No, 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 no. Forget this. Forget these larvas. Oh no. Where are the tanks? I don't know where the tanks are. But where are the tanks? We are getting some of this Marine Marauder. Do we have concussive shells yet? We have stim. No concussive shells. No concussive shells as of yet. No tanks. Oh, there's a tank. Got a tank. We got a tank, which is gonna get left behind. Oh, it's gonna get left behind. Oh, okay, we got a group here, and they're scanning. They're scanning the burrowed units, which is good. Oh, but we've lured everyone back to our base, which is bad. Oh no. You know what? This is actually, it's not good, but it's like not the worst. This is kind of like a little scrappy for. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we pushed it back though. Yeah, like this is not like the best game I've ever seen, but it's also okay. These medevacs need to figure their stuff out. Okay. Okay, it's regrouping. Okay, the scan has worked. Wow. It's holding its own. I'm impressed at how well it's holding itself. Wait for this tank, please. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please wait for this tank. Please wait for the tank. I'm begging you, do not leave the tank. Come back. You need this tank. Speaking of the tank, like, what is going on with our production? Are we okay? We're okay. Everyone, push. I mean, I think this is lost, but it wasn't the worst. Like, it could have gone a lot worse. But overall, I think it kind of held pretty good. I'm gonna give it a C minus. C minus. I'm gonna give it to it, right? Not any one or anything, but like, it wasn't that bad. This is like some professional wrestling grudge match or something like that. Like, in this corner, we have the vibe-coded bot Claude. It's gonna cause a ton of problems for us all. And in this corner, we have the non-vibe-coded bot Pigbot. Now, my bot has a lot of reactions and responses. I don't think this Reaper should be a problem. We're gonna have to see how both of my bots do, whether or not the vibes beat my traditional way of making a bot. Okay, we're pumping out a stalker right away. Oh, is this Reaper hunting down my probe? Uh-oh, probe dead. Okay, so it's already drawn first blood and it's coming from my main base. Okay, we're pumping out a stalker right away. Thing is, the more I watched, the more worried I got for Pigbot. Oh, the stalker left. Girl, you need to come back. You need to come back to this base. That's so weird. Are you coming back? Oh, thank goodness. Oh no, you're just waiting for this guy. I mean, this Reaper is gonna cause a ton of problems for us all. Okay, they're coming back. They're coming back. Okay, now they've decided this is a problem. Now they've decided it's a problem. I do not know why they waited so long. Now they think it's a problem. Okay, where are you going though? You need to be attacking this this Reaper. Okay, I guess they're gonna counterattack. They must think it's more appropriate. I respect that move, but his Reaper is like getting, how many kills does he have? He has 1 kill, so he doesn't actually have all that many kills. But like, someone needs to get up here before we run a problem. And they want to attack this? You see this expansion? They're like, yeah, we want to stop that. But then some of them are like, oh, we're gonna go defend. Is this guy still causing us problems? Oh my gosh, this is all going so wrong. Yeah, they have no interest in killing this Reaper. Somebody, please, kill this Reaper. Anybody. Yeah, they are, something's wrong with my attack module. So we're gonna do a refactor because whatever is in this Terran bot is oh, Reaper got killed. Don't know what happened to him. Pigbot's still higher up in supply, but it's not attacking properly. But Pigbot's still like, you know, pound for pound, he's actually a little bit stronger, but his attack module is off. He's expanding, so he's actually out expanding. Yeah, he's not attacking properly. Something's wrong with his attack parameters. He's not attacking as an army. He's not attacking together. Not attacking smartly. Like, yeah, look at that. And he's +1? I don't even think he's a +1. Did they get +1? Yeah, they got +1. Okay, they got +1, +2, +1. Yeah, and then even disruptors aren't firing properly. Okay, wow. There are so many things that went wrong this game from Pigbot, my boy. Maybe I should just abandon him. Oh, those disruptors, that was bad. Yeah. Maybe I should just switch over to this LLM bot. It seems like it's actually in a stronger spot. Let's find out what happened to that Reaper. Okay, here's that Reaper. Here he is. Hey, buddy. There you go. There's a rogue immortal that popped out, you know, circumstantially and killed him.
There's a lot of upfront work when it comes to using vibe coding to build a bot. Not gonna lie, at least with Claude, it was a hell of a lot faster than when I was coding regularly. But, and this is a big but, I really want to emphasize it, it really helps to understand bot making so you can give the LLM directions. But more importantly, so you can tell when it's wrong. Okay, I want you to give it a shot. I'll leave you with some links and you tell me your vibe coding experience. Until next time, may the bugs be ever in your favor.